and Women's History Month, I would like to ask, if in the past 37 days, or better yet, the years that you've lived, have you ever learned that the only way that Harriet Tubman was able to successfully guide over 300 people to freedom was because of an intimate and spiritual connection to the earth? Not only was she able to navigate with the stars and with moss, but she could look at the sky and see what time it was. She knew what berries were edible. She knew how to throw off the scent of tracking dogs by washing herself and her companions in river water. This deep history that Black Americans have with the earth is something that is not recognized in American history. And it is something that, along with the hidden histories, there are traumatic histories of enslavement and sharecropping that are better known, and both of these things have to be considered. In 14 interviews with people that are self-identifying as Black, African, of the African diaspora, I'm seeking to understand how Pan-African folks connect to the earth. One respondent, a woman growing up in the 1950s in San Diego, describes in her all-Black, middle-class neighborhood, not one family had a community garden. In addition, her mother, in an effort to separate herself from the agricultural past, enthusiastically bought canned food instead of buying fresh vegetables and fruit. This supports the finding in literature that past generations worked hard on the land because they had to, in order that we could have a better life today. This is also synonymous with a value of materialism and consumption that is present in Black culture. But I ask, this value of consumerism and consumption is often justified by an idea of reparations. But is this not just continuing the cycle that is based on trauma? Many respondents that I talk to describe how their connection to the earth has helped them develop as individuals, how it has helped them through hard times. But unfortunately, a lot of my participants have not been able to spend as much time outside as they would like because of the negative experiences that they've had here in the Pacific Northwest. One example was a respondent being called a racial slur in our nearby Forest Park. Another was a trip to Sisters for a camping trip and stopping in a nearby roadside restaurant and seeing Confederate flags in trucks parked nearby and thinking, wow, I'm really grateful I'm with my white friends today. And this becomes even more stressful as we consider multiple identities with gender and sexuality and body size. What is my conclusion? That connection to the earth is complicated and it is often contradictory. And a better understanding of how Black folks connect to the earth will result in an understanding that environmentalism is not just a white thing, it is something that is deeply ingrained in the DNA of African Americans. I hope to share these findings through community outreach and also through publishing my research and through sharing at symposiums and conferences. Thank you.